Threats.
Slap him in the face, you know.
Mate, if I got what it takes.
Anger.
Don't, sir, don't.
Desperation.
Dad, I need to find £2,000 within 5 minutes.
What happens when debt
I'm not even paying a penny of it.
tracks you down?
Don't open the gates, mate. We'll force entry.
Up and down the UK,
Somebody come to the door, please.
we see Britain's most resilient High Court enforcement agents
We need immediate police assistance.
dealing with every debtor's worst nightmare.
It's not a wake-up call most people want.
Because if you can't pay,
Doesn't have a penny, doesn't own anything.
they'll take it away. Pubs across the UK are facing increasing financial pressures. Rising costs have forced 25,000 pubs to close down over the last 40 years. Recent research reveals that more than 70% of pubs have poor credit ratings, and more than a third have been asked to make large upfront payments for their energy supply. Gary Brown and Paul Bowhill are High Court enforcement agents. Today they're in Deal, Kent, with a writ to recover a debt for unpaid utility bills.
So our next address then is a pub.
It's lunchtime and the agents are hoping to find the company's directors at the pub.
Opened an hour and a half ago, so there's probably going to be some customers there. But they owe £2,582.37. I imagine this is going to be the most excitement this village has seen for the last 50 years. Is that it?
If the directors can't or won't pay today, the writ instructs the agents to remove assets belonging to the company to cover the debt.
Hello. Hello. Is there someone we can speak to who are part of the company's...
They're not here anymore.
Aren't they?
They're not here.
Oh. How long have they been gone?
October.
Really? And who's here now?
Me. I own the building.
Do you really?
Yes.
OK.
What do you need?
I just need something to show VAT registration, licence, employer's liability.
I live on the car park.
OK, that's fine. We'll wait. We'll keep our hands in our pockets.
OK. Just get my keys.
Thank you very much.
While the woman leaves to find the paperwork proving ownership, Gary turns detective and investigates the pub online.
I found the two directors.
His paperwork includes a photo of the two directors.
Is that them, I take it? The two people? This could be mother of one of them.
Might be more of a connection than what she's leading us to believe. I'm just suspicious.
The woman returns with her paperwork.
That's me. That's my licence.
Thank you.
The tax bill. Everything's in my name.
She appears to share a surname with one of the directors.
Their company's still active.
That's nothing to do with me.
Right.
I rented it out. They weren't here long, and they left.
Is there a chance that they would just pay this?
Sort it out with them because it's nothing to do with me.
Could you get them on the phone? Is he your son?
I don't know.
You're dodging around this question. You're dodging around answering it.
I'm saying he is my son, yes.
Thank you. To me, you seem a bit cagey.
Because he's nothing to do with me.
If the woman can't prove that the assets in the pub now belong to her, the agents have the right to remove them, putting her business at serious risk.
Where's the inventory for the contents of the pub? I mean, you must have rented.
Yes,
you must have rented. Can we see that, please?
Yeah, well, the trouble is it takes me time to go and
No,
get
that's
it,
okay.
find
That's
it.
all right.
I've got so much paperwork.
Could we see the inventory? Thank you.
Find it,
Okay. All right.
See how cagey she was when I put it to her about her son? She comes across as having something to hide because
totally.
of the way
I
that
agree.
she's
Well, just everything.
not dealing with the question.
From the
very
minute
well.
you walk back in here.
I'll snip out the back.
The woman's behaviour has made Gary suspicious.
You all right, mate?
Hello there.
I've not seen you before. Can I take your name? What's your name, mate? My name is Gary Brown. I'm a High Court enforcement agent.
All right.
What's your name?
Get to my boss.
I just need to know your name, mate.
Gary checks the photograph of the company directors.
Yes, mate. Yeah.
Gary has found his man.
It's all unravelling now, isn't it?
The agents have tracked down one of the company's directors. But if he can't pay the £2,500 owed, everything in the pub could be seized. Gary Brown and Paul Bowhill were in Deal, Kent, to recover a debt for unpaid utility bills.
They're not here anymore.
The woman behind the bar told them she had taken over the pub and had nothing to do with the company. But Gary was suspicious. He decided to investigate
I'll snip out the back.
and discovered her son, one of the company directors, hiding in the kitchen.
It's all unravelling now, isn't it?
Now, the agents want to question him about the company's debt.
We got a writ here from the electricity company for £2,582.37. Are you able to pay that, please?
No, I don't work. I have no money, nothing.
Can you tell us the history?
Yeah, me and my other business partner were supposed to do it. We tried it, we went bust. That's the end of it.
Yeah, you can't just remove a company.
No, I
like
know.
that. It's either got to go into liquidation. You can't just cease
Which
trade.
is what they're looking at doing.
No, they're not.
Yeah, we're still on there. I know that.
It's an active company.
All right, I have no money, so if you're going to arrest me and take me away, do that. I don't work, I have no money, nothing.
Okay, there's no need to get excited.
As the business is still trading, the agents can seize any assets in the pub that belong to the company to pay off the debt.
None of this property in this building belongs to me. I don't.
It's not you, the company.
No, the company owns nothing in this building. We took it on as it
Well,
was.
and Mother's looking for the proof for that at the moment.
A few minutes later, his mother returns with more paperwork for the agents.
So what you're showing me here is...
That's the contract I had.
Right.
Okay? Which what I had when they took over. But I've taken, they left and I took back in October.
The contract shows that the company took over the pub, but not that the business has passed back.
There's nothing on this.
No, well, I was told they folded.
Well, they haven't folded.
Well, what am I supposed
You were
to
told.
do?
Well, the director is there. When you say you were told, he's there.
They told me that they folded the company.
The contents aren't mine, so what do you want from me? That's my question.
I'm asking you as a director, can you arrange these funds
Not
to be
like
paid?
that. I have no money in the north to be able to direct.
Okay. Do you know anyone that can help?
No.
Okay, well, I'm going to disturb your business by removing goods soon.
But that's not.
Because it's mine and it's on here. How can you take my stuff?
Well, you've shown me a tenancy agreement showing that they took over. You haven't shown me anything that they ceased the
Calm
tenancy.
down, calm down.
No, I'm honestly.
I know what you're like. No, because it's mine. This is my doing. not his.
Well, according to this,
Yeah, because I couldn't afford to pay the bills because you ripped us off with rent.
we've been here since 20 to 2. You have until 2:30. If we just walk in and say, can you pay this? They're not going to pay it. They need the pressure to motivate them. They've got until 2:30, which is another 5 minutes, and then we're going to start removing goods.
Gary's deadline has now expired.
I'm going to start writing an inventory out of goods to be removed. I will leave you a list of that inventory. You have between now until the truck gets here to pay it.
John, it's Paul Bowhill. We're at the pub, the one we spoke to you about earlier. What we're looking at is we need a Luton van, ideally with a tail lift.
Right, pay it now. Will you leave it alone and just go?
Yeah.
Right, here you go. See if it'll work. I've extended my credit.
Pressure has worked eventually. Mum is saying that she's going to pay it. It's probably the sensible way forward for them from a business point of view. It means that if they get us out of their property, and they can carry on trading. Okay, that's gone through. That's it. Thank you very much. Have a lovely day. Bye. All I want is the truth. So when they're being evasive and they're trying to hide behind limited company status, whether they're there or not there anymore, to avoid paying a debt, I've got no sympathy at all.
Research from a leading homelessness charity reveals that more than 2/3 of low-earning private renters in Britain are falling into rent arrears. Last year, average rents rose by more than a quarter since the beginning of the decade, forcing 500,000 low earners to borrow money to cover their costs. Croxteth, Liverpool. High Court enforcement agent Stuart McCracken and Elmore Victor have a writ to evict a tenant. She hasn't paid any rent to her landlord for 10 months, and she must leave today.
Vic, it's raining, it's cold, it's wet, it's Croxteth.
But this is no ordinary eviction. As well as repossessing the property, the agents have another writ to recover the outstanding rent from the tenant.
How much do they owe us?
£4,163.
Interesting.
If she can't or won't pay, she's at risk of losing her possessions as well as her home.
Let's go. Have a chat. So am I collecting the £4,000 and you're doing the possession?
No, we're doing it together. But might as well be a reason.
Hello? Hello? Can somebody come to the door, please? We're High Court enforcement agents.
With no answer, the agents use the key given to them by the landlord.
Hello?
Hello? High Court enforcement.
Hello? Is anybody in?
We've got a dog in a kennel. All right, boy. You okay? Oh, shame. Don't worry. Hello?
No one appears to be in, but the agents need to double-check that the house is empty.
Oh, yeah. Got another room going up here. Hello? When you're entering a property on a possession order, you just got to be alert. You know, you don't know what to expect. And you don't know who's in the property or if they're upstairs or not. So you have to be wide awake and take in everything. That's why it's good to work in teams.
No one in?
No. Hello?
But then Stuart makes an alarming discovery.
Yeah, what's that? We'll have to phone the police.
.22 caliber. Made in Turkey. There's one. There's two.
The agents think the guns are air rifles, but Stuart has a legal obligation to get them checked over.
Hi Jesse, wonder if you can. My name's Stuart McCracken, I'm a High Court enforcement agent. We're currently acting out a possession order on a property, and we found two .22 caliber air rifles in a house, and I was just wondering whether there's any officers available just to check them out, because we're not really too sure whether they're any danger or not. Brilliant, thank you so much for your help. Alright, bye-bye. Yeah, they're going to send someone round just to make sure that they are kosher, because there's a zero tolerance on gun culture in Liverpool.
The police are on their way, but there's still no sign of the tenant.
We'll wait for the police to turn up, get the locks changed.
And then if no one comes back to the property...
We'll have to phone the RSPCA.
Yeah, because we can't leave the little dog behind, can we? Not much else here.
Stop putting your paw up, will you? Oh, Vic.
Cute dog, eh?
I want to take the dog.
But moments later, the tenant's ex-partner arrives at the house.
Hi there.
Hi. Why are you looking at my rifles?
Well, when we go into a property where there's no one home, we have to open up and see what's inside by law.
We've got a writ of possession made to take over the property. So you need to see what you
we
can
only
do.
need, well, I've got a property
Yeah.
for it to go to.
All right, okay.
But it's just not ready yet today.
Yeah, got an hour to collect what you need. It's
Really?
as simple as that.
You'll have 7 days
Yeah.
to come back. So when the other property is ready in 2 or 3 days, you can then move whatever's yours directly into that. But
Well, she's got to come home to all this. I'm not even registered as a tenant of the house. I just come to look after my daughter and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
I'll leave all my bits here because I lost my mum a couple of years ago. And
but you do live here at the moment.
in and out.
Yeah.
As I say, I spend some time with my sisters. I basically, we're not together, just... I just need to look after my little girl.
Yeah. When we do go to evictions, emotions run high. It's the worst day in most people's lives, and it can turn families upside down. Where they're going to go, how they're going to deal with the situation, what's going to happen to the stuff.
The situation is taking its toll. But Stuart has to make it clear they have more than one writ to enforce.
We've got a balance to collect as well, owed to the landlord.
Do you know if she has that money?
No way, she's a community carer.
The tenant is at work, but the agents need to make her ex-partner aware that they could remove goods to offset the £4,000 she owes, even in her absence.
So we're also here to seize goods to the value of.
Stuff that's mine and my little girls.
Yeah, we need to see evidence of that, like a sales invoice or something like that, or a sales receipt for the goods, I'm afraid.
Well, obviously things like that aren't...
I don't know. I can't take assumptions, I'm afraid. So everything that we do take today is stored for 7 days. Anything of value.
We haven't got that much of value.
Well, that's where we stand, mate. Just take a minute, like I said.
Sorry, we've been trying so hard to get
I know.
out of the time.
Yeah.
The gift of my mum. I can get a receipt from Electric Care Board this
Yeah.
daughter for a birthday. I'm meant to be taking her shooting tomorrow for a birthday.
Yeah.
She finishes school. Not like this has ever happened to me before, you have to excuse me.
No, of course. No. Take as much time as you need. Having two separate writs is very tough, but on the other side of it, you need to remember that there is a landlord there that is missing thousands of pounds worth of rent, and it needs to be paid one way or another. We're there to represent the landlord, and we're there to get a result.
20 minutes after they were called, the police arrived to check out the guns.
Hello, so you okay?
Hello, you alright?
Yeah.
So this is what you found, is it?
Yeah.
They are both under £12 foot of pressure. The magazine goes in there and the chamber is free. Would you mind if I just
I'd
make
rather
sure?
if you didn't, mate, so just put it down
Right,
for us
yeah.
if that's okay.
The police confirmed that the guns are air rifles and are not powerful enough to require a licence.
Okay, that's perfect, sir. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
The officers leave, and moments later, the tenant arrives home.
We have started back and we've just got nowhere to go because we got let down on the house.
It's a writ of control and a writ of possession. So anything of value will be seized to offset the debt, which is £4,163.68.
Can I just explain to you quickly?
Yeah, but I need to get, because I want to get going.
No, I appreciate that. You've got like an hour, right, to gather what you can take personal belongings,
We've got
etc.
7
etc.
days to remove everything that's ours.
As the tenant starts to pack some essentials, the agents make an inventory of goods in the house. But there doesn't appear to be anything of value, as the tenant's ex-partner hasn't provided proof that the air rifles are his. They appear to be the only items worth seizing. Stuart phones the office for advice.
There's nothing really of value in the house apart from 2 air rifles, which I reckon are worth a couple of £100, but it's whether we want to have them removed or not. They can't really confirm who they belong to, so I just wanted to see. Yeah, so we'll take it from there. Cheers, Mike. Thanks for letting me know.
The office advised that because the guns would have to be stored in a specialist facility, the cost of removing them will outweigh their value.
We won't be taking the guns, mate.
So I can keep them?
You can keep them, no problem at all.
You know what, I feel like hooking you
No.
because that was my daughter's birthday.
No, we won't be taking the guns, mate.
With nothing else they can seize, all the agents can do now is complete the eviction.
Would you help me carry out?
Yeah, of course I will. If you want to pop it in my van, I'll quite happily look after her. No. I'm a dog man, you see. Gorgeous dog.
Just as the tenant and her ex-partner leave, the landlord and her partner arrive.
Do you want to come in?
And she tells the agent some surprising news.
We were friends. She used to look after my children when they were little.
How long has she lived here?
4 years.
Oh.
They haven't paid rent for 10 months.
The landlord may have got her house back, but she's still £4,000 out of pocket.
What's happening about the recipe trailer?
There's nothing here of value. There's about 250 quid's worth of stuff in this house, and it's going to cost 300 quid to store it. But we'll get them at the new address, and we'll take it from there.
The case is resolved for now. But as the arrears are still outstanding, the tenant may face further action. Stuart and Vic faced a complex situation. But in Gary and Connor's next case, a life-changing debt.
All 5 of you are still liable for £83,487.15.
Leaves a family torn apart.
It's sad because all 5 of them are my brothers. Money, isn't it? Money, over money and greed.
Last year, more county court judgments were issued against individuals in England and Wales than any other year on record. The number of judgments rose by nearly a quarter since the previous year and exceeded 900,000. (6:30 a.m). High Court Enforcement Agent Gary Brown and trainee Connor Jackson are in Palmer's Green, North London. They have a writ to recover a large debt of over £80,000 owed in unpaid legal fees.
Today we have a huge case for 5 individual debtors at 5 individual addresses owing a total of £83,487.15.
It's all about the pennies.
The debtors are siblings. Following their father's death, the eldest brother became the sole beneficiary of his estate. The siblings contested the will but lost the case and were ordered to pay their brother's costs.
I think I'm going to have to play this really softly.
Not too soft, we want to get 80 grand out of them.
We need to get in to see their circumstances.
Each debtor is individually liable for the whole amount on the writ. But as Gary knows that it's unlikely that any one person will pay in full, he needs to collect a share of at least £16,000 from each of the siblings.
This is it here.
Hi,
I haven't done anything. Have I done anything?
I'll explain what it's about. It's a legal matter. We have a High Court writ against you and 4 other people who have been taken to court. I'm assuming you know what it's about.
I know what it's about, yeah.
What is it about?
It's about a will.
Right. So we've been instructed to enforce the writ against all of you and try and recover the £83,487.15 outstanding. Have you got the means to pay something?
No, because that's why I haven't paid it. It was a big, massive court case. We lost the case, and his costs were awarded against us.
It's a bit different, this case, to how we enforce most cases. Most cases, just one person at one address. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I wasn't expecting this.
Although she would have received notice of the agent's visit, the debtor is clearly shocked by the sheer scale of the debt.
Have you got access to anything?
I'll check my accounts, but there's no way I'll be able to pay at this stage in time. I can't pay my share. I haven't got all the funds.
It's a shame when it comes down to this.
But it was a lot of money. It was a lot of money. It was millions. It was a couple of millions. So we thought, Dad was a wealthy man. My dad was a very wealthy man. We all expected him to share equally because this is what he said to us.
What we do need to do, though, is come to some sort of arrangement and the balance start to be paid off.
I'll have to ask my brother to pay my share and then I'll pay him in instalments.
Do you think he'd be able to pay your share and his share?
No, I don't think so. Or he might not either.
Do you want to ring him while we're here?
Yeah, hello. He's taken out a county court judgment against all of us, and you're the bailiffs, aren't you? Yeah, the bailiffs have come to my house. We've got to today. He wants something today.
Could I speak to him?
Yeah, shall I pass him over to you?
Hello. Hi. Hello, mate. My name's Gary Brown. I'm the enforcement agent. All 5 of you taken to court and ordered to pay $83,487.
But it's just a never-ending story.
How much could you raise today?
Maybe 10k possibly.
Okay.
I can call some favours. It's going to be a struggle anyway, but I'll get it.
It's not good news. The brother can't even cover his own share.
Well, this is like I'm in a nightmare. That's what it feels like.
Now the agents have no choice but to look for goods to seize to offset at least part of the debt.
I'm just going to have a look around and see what goods are upstairs.
If you check, the house is not in my mate. It's my husband's house. Everything is my husband's.
But how long have you both been married?
We've been married a long time.
Yeah, so it would be believed that you own some of the goods in the house.
He'll have a heart attack, and he will kill me.
With no proof that assets in the house don't belong to her, Connor continues the inventory. But then she makes a surprising offer.
My last bank statement was 8,000, and I thought, should I have paid this? I'll have 9,000, maybe 10,000, probably. I don't want to ask my husband.
The debtor thinks she can find £10,000. It's less than her share, but it seems it's the best she can do.
One of the things I'm conscious of is your husband's reaction if you were to.
See, I don't want to tell him straight away.
So, in light of that, I'm going to accept £20,000 today.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. God bless you. Thank you.
It just takes the pressure off a bit, doesn't it? I don't want to be the ultimate cause of a breakdown in a marriage because...
It's a breakdown in a marriage, to breakdown in a person as well.
When I deal with complicated family disputes, I try and keep an open mind and try and gain the trust of the defendants involved, that you will treat everybody fairly and ultimately come out with a decision at the end of it that is suitable for everyone.
The debtor agrees to pay the £20,000 later that day.
Can I just get your signature on this paperwork, please? This is the breakdown, so £20,000 to be paid by 4 o'clock today.
But before the agents leave, she gets another brother on the phone.
Now he would want to speak to you now. Do you want to speak to him now? Because he's here. He's right here in my house.
Hello?
Hello there, hi.
Hi.
Well, there's nothing I can do. I haven't got access to accounts to pay you anything now. I can try and sort something out next week.
Yeah, okay. Thanks, mate. Cheers. Bye.
Gary comes to an agreement with the brother that he will pay £10,000 in 6 days. But now all 3 debtors so far have underpaid their share.
Nice to meet you. I'm sure it wasn't under nicer circumstances.
Yeah, I'll see you again.
Hopefully not, no.
Hopefully not. Thank you. Thank you.
In a nice way.
Alright.
Alright.
Ta-da.
Take care.
Now Gary and Connor have to see if the last 2 brothers named on the writ can clear the balance of £53,000. But since the court case, they've not spoken to the rest of the family.
It's sad because all 5 of them are my brothers, all of them. And we grew up together, we worked together. We did everything together. Now look, it's all
that's
split
the boys,
apart.
really.
Money, isn't it? Money, over money and greed.
I'm not expecting too much. They're not going to be best pleased about us turning up expecting to take money from them, especially if they don't have a relationship with the other 3.
But as the judgment says, they are liable for it.
The brothers live in the same block of flats.
Right, we're in.
Hi, my name is Gary Brown. I'm High Court Enforcement. Yeah. Could you buzz me in, please?
No, I can't.
Can you let me in so I can explain what this is about?
No, I can't let you in. I don't know who you are.
I've just told you I am a High Court enforcement.
I can't see you and I can't see no evidence.
Well, do you want me to show you some ID?
No, thank you.
As the debtor's partner won't let them in, the agents call on the other brother.
Hi, my name's Gary Brown. We're enforcement agents.
Come on.
Thank you. That's all right.
Yeah, because I know we've had a debt because we lost the case.
The thing is, all 5 of you are still liable for £83,487.15.
Right.
That's
why the
including...
83? That includes fees.
That's, yeah.
Yeah,
so,
okay, fine. Yes, have a look. And you're aware we don't actually mix?
Yeah.
Right, that's it, yeah. Right, okay. She can find a whole lot.
She's...
Because if we end up paying, we're going after them for it. It's as simple as that. Why should we pay the whole lot?
Just then, the last brother appears.
What's happened then?
Well, they haven't paid.
None of them. Right.
Yeah? We knew this might happen.
Yeah.
Because what's going to happen now is, which is what we wanted to avoid, we didn't want any extra charges, and now what's happening is we have to pay it.
Yeah, and then chase them.
I'll speak to our solicitors today. I'll get him to send the remaining funds that he can. And I reckon by Thursday we should be ready to
clear it.
Yeah, clear it.
It's an unexpected turn of events. The brothers quickly agree to pay the shortfall of £53,000. But as they've paid more than their siblings, they intend to take them to court.
You're off to do the transfer, yeah?
Thanks, mate. Yeah.
You're welcome. All right. Thank you very much.
With £53,000 paid today and a promise of a further 30, it's been a remarkable case for the agents.
Initially, I was looking at this case thinking, how am I going to play this? It's going to be a nightmare. But I haven't expected the responses we've had today at all. Cracking job.
A recent survey has revealed that nearly 3/4 of small businesses in London say business rates are the most important problem they face. More than 6 in 10 have seen an increase in their business rates over the last year, and almost 2/3 have seen a negative impact on their business as a direct result. High Court enforcement agents Max Carraher and Paul Bowhill are in East London to collect a debt of nearly £2,000. It's owed by a shop to a business rates consultancy.
We're looking to collect £1,710.12. They made a part payment of £200 and that's it.
The business is a butcher's shop.
Have you enforced a writ in a butcher's before?
No.
Knives and meat cleavers everywhere.
Don't panic then.
I never panic when I'm working with you.
The writ instructs Max and Paul to collect full payment today or remove assets to cover the debt.
Right, let's go and see the butcher.
I'll just hold back slightly so you can rush in.
Is that alright?
Yeah.
Hi guys. Can I speak to the manager, please? He's not here. Could you get him on the phone for me, please? We're enforcement agents here with a High Court writ.
One of the butchers gets the manager on the phone.
Is that the manager?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant, thank you. He's not here anymore. And you say he's been gone for a long time. Okay, we're going to need to see proof of that. Thanks very much. Cheers, mate, bye. He's coming down, he says it'll be about 20, 25 minutes. We're going to have a look around at the paperwork and documents. Sorry, guys.
Max wants to check that everything he's being told is true.
Receipts from yesterday. Whoa.
Behind the counter is the notification of enforcement the agents have sent.
This is what caused them to make the payment, isn't it?
Max receives another phone call from the manager.
Who's this? The owner?
Yeah.
He now claims that he owns the business.
You bought the shop off of him nearly a year ago. Okay, I'm going to need to see documentation for that because we've just found our notification of enforcement here in the paperwork.
Whilst Max is on the phone, a man arrives. He says that he is the uncle of the man who claims to be the current owner.
Why does it happen?
There's a High Court writ being issued here.
Yeah.
This shop,
Yeah.
is it a limited company?
I think so, sole trader.
Sole trader. Right. Is he here? Where is he?
He's coming now.
Okay, well, we'll just wait for him.
Right, I'm going to start an inventory.
Max is sceptical and starts to make an inventory of assets. If the new owner can't prove the goods belong to him, they can be seized. At the same time, Paul tries a different tactic.
If I can go beyond this, there's an easy way of dealing with this. Is pay this and take it up with the other guy.
Other guys don't have any concern here, bruv.
We've got all the evidence we need to start removing goods.
With no sign of the debtor or the man who claims to own the business now, will the agents have to remove goods to cover the debt? Max and Paul were in East London to recover over £1,700 from a butcher. They were told that he had left the business.
Yeah, he's gone from here.
And that it had been sold to a new owner.
You bought the shop off of him nearly a year ago.
But Max found paperwork with the defendant's name on it.
We've got all the evidence we need to start removing goods.
Now the new owner must prove that he owns the business or risk losing valuable equipment.
Hello, sir. Who are you? Did I speak to you on the phone?
Yeah, you did.
You bought this business here.
Yeah.
When did you buy it?
Nearly a year ago.
Okay. Prove it.
How do you want me to prove it?
Look at what we found.
£200 was only paid last week, and this paperwork is here. So whoever paid the £200 was here. We need to see documentary evidence, otherwise we would have to take things away. Have you got bank statements here?
Yeah.
If we see bank statements, we see VAT registration.
Have you got any documents or anything for me?
It seems that the man is unable to provide any proof the business has changed hands.
Okay, what's going to happen now? I need £1,710 and 12 pence.
Can I just suggest the easy way out of this? For the amount that's involved, it's not worth all this trouble.
Get him on the phone to pay it.
Get him on the phone to pay it. Otherwise your business is going to be disrupted, which we'd prefer not to do.
Look at it. You give me 4 days, 5 days.
No.
7 days.
Not going to happen. We've got more than enough evidence to show that this gentleman has been operating from here.
We don't want to disrupt your business, but unless we see the paperwork, we have no option.
Both Max and Paul are hoping that the threat to remove assets will resolve the debt.
We'll start disconnecting the fridges. We'll take all those fridges. No, I know you did, but...
Hello, mate. Will have to be a tail lift. 4 chest freezers, plus various smaller meat cutting equipment.
With the freezers at risk, the man gets the debtor on the line.
Oh, is that him? Hello. You've got some money to pay, sir. £1,710 and 12 pence. Are you going to pay this or not? Because otherwise, unless we get proof of ownership of the assets in this premises, we will be removing goods today.
That's between you and them.
Okay, he doesn't care. The gentleman who we're after, who won't front up to the problems, it's pretty evident that they did know about the debt. But he said he'll sort it out. And then, of course, the letter came and he's put that in a drawer and made a part payment.
Paul's patience is finally running out.
There are 2 choices. Okay. Pay or we take it away.
This is not nice.
I know it's not nice, but it's really effective. I'll just unplug the freezers.
Max gives the new owners one last chance to pay.
Sir, can you pay the £1,710?
Give me that card, man.
You need it on card, sir?
Paul and Max's tough stance has worked. The new owner's uncle pays the debt in full.
Yeah.
That's gone through.
How much?
It's nice when you find our paperwork. At least they can't say I didn't get the paperwork.
Threats.
Slap him in the face, you know.
Mate, if I got what it takes. Anger.
Don't, sir, don't.
Desperation.
Dad, I need to find Tony Grand within 5 minutes.
What happens when debt
I'm not even paying a penny of it.
tracks you down?
Don't open the gates, mate. We'll force entry.
Up and down the UK.
Somebody come to the door, please.
We see Britain's most resilient High Court enforcement agents.
We need immediate police assistance.
Dealing with every debtor's worst nightmare.
It's not a wake-up call most people want.
Because if you can't pay,
Doesn't have a penny, doesn't own anything.
they'll take it away. Latest government figures reveal that over 68,000 households are currently affected by the benefit cap, with the majority losing over £2,600 per year. Single parents now make up 70% of households who've seen their benefits capped, putting them at greater risk of homelessness. High Court enforcement agents Stuart McCracken and Elmore Victor are on their way to Hyde, Manchester, to evict tenant Michael Higgins. But this isn't going to be a straightforward case.
We have got a combined writ of control and a writ of possession.
Oh, you're joking.
I am not. I wish I was.
The agents have two jobs to do here. The first is to repossess the house, while the other is to recover rent arrears Mr. Higgins owes his landlord.
How much does he owe?
The balance at the moment is £8,283.
Mr. Higgins, who lives in the property with his teenage son, has not paid any rent for 18 months. The landlord took the case to the High Court, and now Mr. Higgins must leave today.
So what do you think? What is he going to do?
He's going to pay in full.
And then start packing.
And then start packing. Chance will be a fine thing.
We can only hope.
We can only hope.
But on arrival at the property, Stuart and Vic are in for a shock.
Oh my god, that looks like a squat from the outside. Look at the lovely houses next door, and this one at the end. How's the landlord let it get to this?
With no reply, the agents check round the back.
Dog.
Oh, stinks of piss.
Dog shit. Everywhere.
The house seems to be empty. But then a neighbour appears.
Probably took the kids to school.
Right.
Oh. They've all been wanting to get rid of him for fucking ages.
He's going today.
Today, well.
Yeah. All sorted, mate. Thanks for that.
Whilst the agents wait for Mr. Higgins to return, the letting agent arrives.
So what's the story then?
Just like, basically, he's just not been paying
Yeah.
the rent on it. The landlord needs to sell it because he's just not got rent on it. It's like 18 months now.
Good luck trying to sell it. You know what I mean?
But then Vic spots something.
There's someone upstairs, Stu. Someone upstairs, mate.
It seems there is someone in the house after all.
Upstairs, top window. Someone's inside.
Mr. Higgins, you've got a written possession for this property today, sir. You need to open the door. If not, we'll force it open. We have got a locksmith en route.
With no response, the agents head round the back again.
Hello, sir. We're High Court enforcement agents, so we've got a written possession for this property, right? So you need to open up, sir.
Finally, the back door opens.
Oh, hiya, mate.
Right, dog. Let me dog come in. Come on. Right, why is this? Come on, help me out.
Right, so basically what it is, we've got a written possession to take over the property today.
Right.
Okay, so we can give you half an hour to get what you need.
Half an hour?
Yeah, I'm afraid.
You can come back for your belongings. It's
Yeah,
only
you can come
today-
back for the rest of the stuff.
Today's the beginning of the process. So what you need to do today is get your clothing, medication.
Anything else that you need.
Because you can come back in the next 7 days for your goods. Your goods will stay here.
But it's being sorted out. It's
Yeah.
being sorted.
Being sorted out doesn't mean
No,
it's getting
it's
paid.
being sorted.
Right, well,
I was unawares that it wasn't being paid at all. And then I got a letter a couple of months ago. I went down to the housing and to sort it out, and as far as I'm concerned, it's been sorted out.
Right.
So I've not heard anything off anybody. I didn't even have a knock on my door off me one more than nothing. And I've been on housing benefit for all the time that I've lived there. I've lived there 12 years, mate.
oh wow, right, okay.
It appears that the amount of housing benefit Mr. Higgins receives was capped 18 months ago, and his payments since then haven't been enough to cover his rent. Despite his claims that the situation has been rectified, the High Court writ means he must leave today.
Who lives in this property with you, sir?
My son.
Who else? Just
Me,
yourself?
my son and my dogs.
Okay,
Yeah.
right.
Got nowhere else. I've got nothing else, nowhere else to go with my dogs or anything.
You can go to housing office. Housing office will rehome you, especially if you've got your son.
Yeah.
They can put you in emergency
And the
accommodation.
documentation you need for that as well, so it's in there.
Clearly in shock, Mr. Higgins gets his father on the phone.
Get everything out of the house, but I can carry it. Now. I've got half an hour to do it in.
It's a horrible position to be in, isn't it?
That must be for you, John. Like, I was
Yeah.
not having a look at you.
No, I understand.
While Mr. Higgins starts to pack, Vic takes a look around the house to see if there are any assets worth removing to offset the £8,000 he owes. All the rooms are full of clutter, and it soon becomes clear there's nothing of any value here.
Anything upstairs?
2 bedrooms. Just pretty much the same as this.
Yeah. If you can't pay your rent, then it's doubtful that they're going to have any goods that are actually worth taking control of. And ultimately, we have to make the landlord aware that there's nothing much that really we can do. If he isn't going to pay you the rent, then I doubt he's going to have any goods that are worth taking control of.
With nothing to take to offset the money Mr. Higgins owes, all Stuart and Vic can do is complete the eviction. But with a locksmith now on site, Mr. Higgins is getting agitated.
I need to get out of the way a minute, him. Sort of like takes the piss that he's stood at the door before we got out of the fucking house. Dick. Right, listen, mate, like, getting on my tits now, right? Get out of my way, right? Otherwise, I am gonna find you fucking right out if you get in my way one more time. I'm fucking serious, mate. I am just gonna knock fuck out of you if you get in my way one more time.
With Mr. Higgins now making threats, this simple eviction has taken an ugly turn. It will take all of Stuart and Vic's experience to resolve the case peacefully. High Court enforcement agents Stuart McCracken and Elmore Victor were in Hyde, Manchester, to evict a tenant who was over £8,000 in rent arrears.
Upstairs, top window. Someone's inside.
Tenant Michael Higgins said he didn't know his landlord wanted him out.
I was unawares that it wasn't being paid at all. Not heard anything off anybody. I didn't even have a knock on my door off me one more than nothing.
The agents looked for assets to offset the £8,000 Mr. Higgins owed, but there was nothing of value in the cluttered house.
Anything upstairs?
2 bedrooms. Just pretty much the same as this.
Yeah.
And when the locksmith started work on the doors, the situation became heated.
Right, listen, mate, like, I'm getting on my tits now, right? Now, out of my way, right? Otherwise, I am going to find you fucking right out if you get in my way one more time.
Now, with Mr. Higgins' son back from school, the agents need to get the eviction back on track.
Don't even work that door, mate. The outside lock is knackered, so you don't even bother changing it.
Locksmith knows what he's doing, mate.
Then Michael's father arrives.
What's the crack? What's the all?
About £8,000.
8?
Yeah.
That's impossible. It's awful thing, Dave. This is ridiculous, this.
The fact of the matter is, although they were supposed to pay the rent, they didn't pay the rent.
Yeah, this is it, yeah.
So...
He's on social. It's a mistake and it won't sort it out.
Well, it's gone past that stage now, sir. The landlord wants their property back.
It's got a bit ridiculous if it's gone up to £8,000 without letting us know. Well, we've never had any notification or anything to my house or here to say...
He's aware of this, the housing problem, sir. He's aware of the problem.
The landlord's got my dad's address, and he's not even been in touch with me there.
He's even got my phone number. It is ridiculous. He's done everything that he could possibly do. Before he won't sleep with a 13-year-old lad. It's ridiculous. It should not be allowed.
When someone's about to lose their property or, where they're living, it can be a very emotional process. I've seen grown men break down and cry, and obviously it's a big shock for whoever gets evicted. So much emotion must go through that person's mind, and we know this, and that's why we try and do it in a very calm manner.
The agents have now been at the property for over an hour, and Mr. Higgins' time to leave the house is almost up.
Hiya, mate. How's it going? You nearly there? Yeah. Alright, mate.
Right.
Have you got everything that you need?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, mate.
Mr. Higgins now seems to accept he needs to go, but his father is still protesting the eviction.
They've let it get to this much. If it's in a couple of grand, we could have sorted it out, I'd have paid it. But I haven't got that kind of money. I haven't got £8,000 now. I just can't pay it. If I had it, I'd pay it. So, I don't know what to do.
Now homeless, Mr. Higgins will have to apply to the council for emergency accommodation for him and his son. With the house back in the landlord's control, the letting agent can finally see the state of the property.
Yeah.
Smells fresh, doesn't it?
It absolutely stinks.
Ugh.
Like, literally, I am in a state of shock, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, look at the roof.
Oh no.
Yeah, I do feel in some cases for the landlord, because he's out of pocket on the rent side, and now he's got to spend more money on the property to get it back to the level so he can actually rent it out again.
With the locks changed and keys handed over, the eviction is now complete.
Right, been an absolute pleasure as always.
Thank you.
All right. Aren't we just? Cheers, Emily. See you later. Tell you what, mate, we see some things, don't we?
Yeah. It's like most possessions, you never know what you're going to get till you really get inside the property. To be fair, on this one you've had warning signs, the garden's overgrown. You could smell the property outside, really.
The house itself is completely ruined. I reckon you need a good 30 grand to get that house back up to scratch again.
Latest research reveals pubs and bars in the UK are increasingly struggling to stay afloat, with 1 in 5 experiencing significant financial distress. It's estimated that 4 in 10 pubs in England will face increased business rates in 2017, putting them at risk of closure. High Court enforcement agents Gary Ball and Matt Highway are in Bridgnorth, Shropshire, to collect a debt of nearly £2,500 owed by a pub landlady.
Miss Nicola Burton. And she owes £2,477 from the notes. It's rent arrears.
Nicola Burton moved out of a rented property a year ago to become the licensee of a local pub. However, she failed to pay her ex-landlord the remaining rent she owed.
Looking for the Hare and Hounds pub. And it opens, apparently, at the same time as dentist. You know what time that is? 2:30.
2:30?
2:30.
The case was escalated to the High Court, and now Matt and Gary have come to the pub Nicola runs to get payment in full today. But although it's past opening time, the pub appears to be closed.
Hello, mate. How you doing? Looking for Nicola Burton?
I am her partner. What's
You
her
are?
name?
It's a High Court writ we're here to enforce today.
For what?
I can't give you the full details, but I can, as long as she says it's okay to, I can tell you all about it. You should have to okay it first.
Can you just give me 5 minutes?
Yeah, of course.
See what she's saying.
Yeah,
She's in
yeah,
bed.
yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
But it seems Nicola isn't in bed after all.
Hello, Nicola, is it?
Yeah.
Hi, Nicola. My name's Matthew Highway, I'm a High Court enforcement agent.
Yep.
I'm here with a High Court writ today against yourself. It relates to a CCJ that was issued in the Northampton County Court, which is why we're here.
Right.
There's an outstanding balance of £2,477.43. So we're commanded by the writ today to attend the property to either collect that payment or to seize goods to the value of. That's what we're here to do. Can you pay this at all? You can't. Is there anybody can help you with it? No. Okay.
We're on the verge of going bust.
With Nicola making it clear she's in no position to pay, Matt has to make the consequences clear.
Okay. Well, we have no choice then but to carry on and do our job, unfortunately, which obviously means seizing goods to the value of. Is there anything here that belongs to anybody else?
Yeah, the whole of this.
Okay, have you got proof of that?
Nicola claims that all the assets in the property belong to a company she rents the pub from. She shows Matt a letter laying out the terms of her lease.
Right. And have they got an inventory of what's actually owned by them? Because this is just saying all fixtures and fittings, which obviously
Well,
doesn't...
it's the tables, the chairs, the bar pumps.
Right. But have they got an inventory of that, of what they actually own?
The document states that the leasing company does own the pub's fixtures and fittings. But it isn't the inventory Matt asked for.
That letter in itself, for me, wouldn't be proof that the items here belong to somebody else. I'll give them a call if you like, yeah.
Matt gets the managing director of the leasing company on the phone.
Oh, is that Miss Butler? Hello there, my name's Matthew Highway, I'm a High Court enforcement agent. I'm enforcing a High Court writ at a premises I believe you're the landlady of.
What for?
It's, can I tell the lady?
You can have to, aren't
Yeah. It's for outstanding rent arrears from a previous property.
Oh, right, okay.
The minute all I've got is a piece of paper to say that you own the fixtures and fittings, which isn't... That could be anything, couldn't it?
Well, it's a lock, stock and barrel.
Right. Yeah, but if you understand, obviously, I mean, there's for instance, there's a set of car keys on the back of the bar. I mean, they don't belong to you, do they?
Well,
so we have to determine.
I haven't rented her a car.
No, so we have to determine what actually in here belongs to you and what belongs to this lady.
I'll have a look and I'll get back to you, okay?
All right, if you could make it fairly urgent, because the other option I've got is to remove everything and then give you 7 days to prove it. So, I'd rather not do that if you can prove it while I'm here.
Right, okay then, I'll have a look through my files.
All right, Miss Butler.
I can come up with them.
Thank you, thanks so much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
While they wait for the inventory to arrive, Matt and Gary go to see whether there are any assets of value in Nicola's flat upstairs.
There's a stereo here, mate, Samsung.
It soon becomes clear that there is little of any value, and the situation is clearly taking its toll on Nicola.
Is there no other way of sorting this out? Because
But-
I didn't know that it had got to this.
But you're aware of the whole situation, that it's gone to the county court and that, you know... That,
No, I haven't.
Who's told her?
Well, you must have done. You've been written to. We wrote you at this address.
At this address?
Yeah. Yeah, we wrote to you on the 1st.
Of
Gave you until the 12th to sort it out.
1st of what?
1st of June.
I've had no letter.
Yeah.
I've had no letter come to this property because I'd have sorted it out.
Got a copy of
And
the
I
letter
tell you,
here?
I swear to you now, as I stand here, I've not received that letter.
Well, it was sent. I mean, you'd have to check with your postman what the issue is there because it's certain.
What's the time fucking arguing with them?
Now Nicola's landlady, Miss Butler, arrives.
Hi,
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine.
Good.
Right,
You're the lady I spoke to on the phone?
Yes.
Hello, how you doing? You alright?
Okay.
Off the highway. You brought me an inventory for.
There's the inventory.
Lovely, thank you.
As I say, she come in with nothing, the same as the people before. We own everything. They come in with nothing, they just pay the rent for rent.
Yeah, that's fine. Obviously, we know we have a job to do and we have to prove that. Unfortunately, we can't just go back and say, well, somebody said that, you know, it belongs to somebody else, so. But that's fine, I'll accept that. Smashing. Thank you very much for that, appreciate it.
Okay,
Thanks.
thank you.
With proof that the company owns most things of value in the building, the agents are running out of options. So Gary goes to fetch the set of keys they spotted earlier from behind the bar. And goes out to find Nicola's car.
Found the key in a logbook. It's this one here. Worth about £200.
With the car not worth the cost of removing, the agents have reached a stalemate.
What happens like now? She can't find the money.
Well,
She owns nothing.
At the minute, well, we'll have to come back.
How much does she owe?
£2,477.43.
But then Miss Butler suddenly leaves. And Nicola now wants to tell former pub landlord Matt more about how she got into this situation.
We moved here to make a better life and it's just absolutely fucking crippled us.
What is it, the rent on the building, is it really high? How much is the rent?
£1,600 a month.
That is a lot, isn't it?
I know you're not even interested. We took 30
Oh, yeah.
last night.
I am interested and I understand your situation. I've been there and I understand it. I run pubs for a long time, a lot of years. It's a big whack of money to find every month, isn't it? £1,600. And if the trade's not doing it downstairs, that's how you get into a situation, isn't it? These pubs just don't make money anymore, Gary.
We've tried everything. And I mean everything.
But just then, Miss Butler comes back to the pub and she makes an unexpected offer.
Will you accept £1,000 at this moment in time till she can try and sort something out?
I can check with the claimant whether they're happy to accept £1,000. However, I would need to know when the rest of it was going to get paid.
Well, obviously, I've just tried to raise £1,000.
I appreciate your help.
Now, it would have to be up to Nikki to try
Yeah, absolutely.
and
Yeah.
sort the rest of it out.
Yeah.
Is that all right with you if I pay them £1,000?
So that will leave Nicola
£1,477.
1477.43. Give me an offer of arrangement for the rest of that money. All right. I'll contact the claimant now.
Matt rings the office to see if the claimant will accept £1,000 payment today, together with £100 a month to settle the balance.
Could you contact the client?
Okay, I'll get on to it now, mate.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.
Whilst they wait for the claimant's decision, Miss Butler leaves to go and fetch the £1,000 she's offered.
So doing our job, you know, we meet lots of bad people. It's really refreshing when you meet some nice people that are willing to help out their friends or tenants at a time of need. It really is like a breath of fresh air.
5 minutes later, the office call back.
Yeah, I spoke to the client. Yeah, it's okay, but she needs to go on a 3-month review. Because obviously it's a pub, isn't it? So if trade gets a bit better, she might have more cash.
Right, okay, I'll make that clear. So it's been accepted then, Nicola, with a 3-month review. So in 3 months they want to have a look at it again and see whether its situation's changed or not.
Moments later, Miss Butler returns with £1,000 in cash.
Yep, £1,000. Perfect. All right, we're all sorted. Thanks, Nick.
Thanks, Lisa.
Thanks to the generosity of Nicola's landlady, the case is resolved for now. But as it will take over a year to pay off the balance, there may be tough times ahead.
You know, she's clinging on to the pub more for the fact that it's somewhere to live, rather than looking at the bigger picture and realising that actually the business is untenable. She's going to sink in more debt, I think, from what I can see. But, you know, hopefully she'll get it sorted.
Really struggling.
£1,000.
Poor girl.
Matt and Gary got a result in a seemingly impossible situation. But in Stuart and Ian's next case,
I haven't got the money, I can't afford to pay it.
a debtor in denial
Meant to give 7 days notice, I thought. Before you turn up.
Yeah, we have, mate.
pushes their patience to the limit.
I want my money back. You can't just take stuff.
Research has shown that there are 4.8 million self-employed workers in the UK, and the numbers are on the rise. However, the average value of self-employed earnings has dropped by more than a fifth since the beginning of the financial crisis. And over 50% of workers in this sector seriously worry about their personal finances. High Court Enforcement Agent Stuart McCracken and colleague Ian Taylor are in Penrith, Cumbria. They're here to recover almost £4,500 owed by a car salesman to a dissatisfied customer.
Well, beautiful Cumbria.
Yeah, Penrith in the Lake District, mate.
Yeah.
I was up here a couple of weeks ago.
Stunning.
Right, we're off to see Darren J. Oliver trading as North Lake Cars.
All right. How much does he owe?
£4,359.56.
The debt stems from a dispute over a faulty car.
Tell you what a beautiful place to live, though.
Oh, stunning, isn't it?
Proper little chocolate box village.
The case was escalated to the High Court, and now the debtor must pay the money he owes in full today, in either cash or goods. And Stuart and Ian immediately spot an expensive 4x4 parked on the driveway.
And a lovely Range Rover parked on the drive.
The customised number plate has the debtor's initials on it. As it's likely it belongs to him, the vehicle could be useful leverage for the agents.
Right, let's go and have a chat. Good morning, you okay? I'm after Mr. Oliver.
He's not in, sorry.
Right.
I live here, but the son doesn't.
Are you able to get them on the phone? We're High Court Enforcement Agents.
Oh, right.
From Direct Collection Bailiffs Limited.
Right.
Are you able to get them on the phone? So we need to get this sorted. We've got a High Court writ to be here.
Right. Okay, I'll try and get
No problem. All right.
As the debtor's mother goes inside to call him, Stuart makes a peaceful entry.
What is it about?
It's a High Court writ. It's regarding an outstanding balance that he needs to sort out.
Right, okay. I say he doesn't live here anymore.
But as this is the address the notice of enforcement has been sent to, Stuart has every right to stay and investigate further. The woman quickly gets her son on the phone.
I've had, who are you, sorry?
We're High Court Enforcement Agents.
The High Court Enforcement Agents, and I've had her in the house. They walked in.
Is that Darren, is it?
Yeah.
I don't want to have a quick chat with him.
He doesn't live here.
Okay. All right. Hello, is that Mr. Oliver?
Yeah, speaking.
Mr. Oliver, good morning. My name's Mr. McCracken. I'm a High Court Enforcement Agent. I've got a High Court right here to execute at this address.
We
wouldn't be there to that address, because I don't even live at that address.
Right, well, there's a Range Rover on the drive with your initials on it at the moment.
No, that's not. It's my dad's car.
Is it? Okay, we need to see some documentation for that.
It's in the house.
Yeah, no problem. We're literally here to collect a balance of £4,359.
I haven't got the money, I can't afford to pay it.
Okay, so what we'll have to do is start removing goods from this address.
There's nothing there in my name, so you can't prepare yourself.
So you need to see what you can do to try and raise this balance, okay? So I'll pass you back. There you go.
Yeah. No. They're standing in the hall. Oh, Darren, you need to get here. I shouldn't have to deal with this. Are you coming up now?
So he's got a laptop in the house then?
Ian's ears are incredibly sharp. He's like a bloodhound. If he gets a sniff of something, he won't let it go. And that's a great thing about having someone like Ian by your side, because he will pick up on things that sometimes I might miss.
A few moments later, the debtor's mother comes back into the hall.
So you on your way up now? As far as I know, he's coming
Okay.
on his way.
No problem at all.
But after overhearing the telephone conversation, Ian needs to get to the truth.
We've just heard him admit to having assets inside the house there.
Pardon?
We've just heard him admit to having assets in the house there. Got a laptop and a white envelope full of cash.
Well, it's not his laptop, it's ours. It's belonging in the house. I say, you know, it's nothing to do with me.
No, I understand, but sadly, this is a part of the job. You see, we've got to execute the High Court writ.
Stuart goes to see whether he can find the assets he overheard Mr. Oliver talking about on the phone. And in a cupboard, he spots an envelope.
Oh, found the cash.
How much is there?
Well, I've got 2,350.
The cash would cover almost half the money Darren owes.
Do you want to count? Do you want to double check that, mate?
Stuart is confident that the cash in the envelope does belong to the debtor, but before he seizes it, he calls the office for advice.
I just thought I'd bring you up to speed just regards to this case. We've come to the property. She phoned him straight away, and the first thing he said was, go into the back and hide the money. I found the money. There's £2,920. It was in a cupboard in an open envelope. So we can seize that, can't we? Yeah. Alright, no worries. Cheers, Cav. Just thought I'd double check, that's all, mate.
The office have given Stuart permission to seize the money, but he's still £1,500 short of the full balance. Stuart goes to inspect the Range Rover on the driveway.
That's open.
He calls the office to see if the car is free of finance.
Hi, Mike. You alright, pal? Could you do HPI for me, please?
But then the debtor, Darren, finally arrives home.
Gotta go.
And he wants answers.
Meant to give 7 days notice, I thought.
There's been letters sent
Yeah,
out.
we have, mate.
We've not received it. You say that all the time. I've not seen it. You say that, that's an excuse. You have not sent a letter out. So
We
I
have.
don't complain.
Yeah, we have.
Hey, where's it at
Yeah, we
then?
have.
Where's it at?
I'll go and get you a copy of it if you want.
No, I want to see the original that's come.
Why would we see the original? It'd be at your house.
Well, I can't afford to pay it.
Well, we've already got £2,920.
It's not my money.
Well, you just said, Mum, go and hide my money.
Yeah, it's not my money. It's
Yep.
my car I stole from my dad. I'm ring the police because you can't come in.
Honestly, ring the police, no problem at all.
Don't want money back. You can't just take stuff.
Yes, we can.
You can't. How can you?
Because we've got a High Court writ, sir. We need the remaining amount. If we do start removing goods, it goes up to
I can't. It's
£5,191.
only dad's house, so I knew you can't.
But then, realising that the debt could escalate if he doesn't face it head on, Darren makes a U-turn.
So what is it, I'll just pay it.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
4,359 56.
Minus. Yeah. So how can you pay it?
I'll just pay it.
Is this the card here, sir?
With the nearly £4,500 paid in full, Stuart and Ian's perseverance has paid off.
See you later, mate. Take it easy anyway, alright?
Okay.
Alright.
Thanks a lot.
See you later. Right. Sorted. Job done. Right, let's go, mate. I tell you what. Why would you put your parents through all that? Just bloody pay it.
When he had it as well. Yeah.
When he had it.
Research has shown that borrowing in the UK is currently at a level unseen since the financial crisis of 2008. A leading UK advisory body in England and Wales deals with an average of nearly 3,500 new debt problems every day. High Court enforcement agents Gary Ball and Matt Highway are in Solihull, West Midlands. They're here to recover almost £10,000 owed to a car finance company.
We've got Mr. Bhupinder Singh, and he owes just short of £10,000, £9,920.28, to a finance company.
Is this a nice area, Solomon?
It is nice round here, yeah.
The debtor, Bhupinder Singh, bought a car on finance, but failed to stick to his repayment agreement or return the car.
And a TT outside.
The finance company took the case to the county court, and Mr. Singh lost. The company then escalated it to the High Court, and now Mr. Singh must pay the money he owes in full today.
Hello. Hello, sir, good morning. I'm looking for Bhupinder Singh.
He's not here.
No? Can you call him for me? Is it your son or...?
No, he's not my son.
Brother?
He's my older brother.
Your older brother?
No, sorry, my younger brother.
Oh, right, OK. Could you give him a call for us then, please, sir?
Yeah.
Thank
I haven't
you.
got his number.
You don't have your brother's number?
Yeah. He does stay here, but he's not here at the moment. I haven't got a number for him. So.
Right, OK. All right, explain the situation to you then, sir. So, my name's Matthew White. I'm a High Court enforcement agent, and we're commanded to attend the property today to either collect the payments or to seize goods to the value of. That's what we're here to do. So, you're adamant that you're not able to contact your brother?
If you give me your details, yeah, and I can get him to contact you.
No, that's fine. We'll carry on and do our job, sir. Thank you.
Suspicious of the man's claims that he can't contact his own brother, the agents make peaceful entry into the house so they can investigate further.
All right, OK. So is the property near that belongs to your dad, is there?
Yes, it does, yeah.
OK, well, he's going to need to prove that then, sir. So if there's items of the property that do belong to your father, you need to prove that to us.
We've been living here for about 38 years. Yeah, so we can't give you receipts for everything.
So otherwise, I suggest that we contact your brother,
yeah,
and we can deal with him, rather than have to go down that line. But we're here to get the matter resolved, OK?
Could you take a seat?
Yes, of course, sir, yeah. Smashing. Thank you.
It appears that the man does have his brother's number, after all.
You know when someone says to me, I don't have a contact number for my brother?
Yeah.
Really hard to believe, isn't it?
We get lied to every day, hundreds of times per day. You know, when we hear a lie, we know it's a lie straight away. We'd love it if people just told the truth straight away, but they never do. I think it's a bit of a human nature. You know, if you deny anyone being there, then they think they might be, turn around and go away. But, we'll always dig a bit deeper.
10 minutes after the agents arrived, the man still hasn't been able to make contact with his brother.
Okay, who's trying to get hold of him, sir?
Sorry?
Who's trying to get hold of him?
Who's trying to get hold of him?
Yeah.
I just rang his wife.
You rang his wife?
Yeah.
Okay, so we should be getting a call in a minute.
Yeah. It's like a massive shock to me.
You'll have to have a chat with Bhupinder about that.
With Bhupinder seemingly out of reach, the agents have no choice but to start looking for assets belonging to him to seize.
I'm going to wait for the call mouse, have a look round.
Yeah.
Well, this is where Bhupinder and his wife stay.
Oh, is it? Oh, right, OK.
But just before the agents can start searching Bhupinder's room, a call comes through.
Yeah, that's his wife. She says she's trying to get hold of him. She can't get hold of him.
OK, all right, no problem. We'll carry on and do our job then.
The agents continue their search, but then Gary spots a plastic bag.
Here's a start, mate.
Full of coins.
It's a little bit short, isn't it?
Gary starts to count the money, but it's clear there isn't enough here to even scratch the surface of Bhupinder's £10,000 debt.
If Mr. Singh wants to pay the outstanding balance,
Yeah.
then we can leave and go on our way. Absolutely fine.
How did you pay? How do you come?
Cash, credit, or debit card?
£175, Matt.
How much, mate?
£175.
Okay. The difficulty with large debts at residential properties is generally there isn't going to be sufficient goods to cover the amount we're looking for. You know, for instance, if we're looking for £10,000, then we're probably looking to recover, you know, £50,000 or £60,000 worth of goods to cover that at auction. There's very few people that have got that amount of money in the house.
The agents have now been in the house for half an hour. There's still no sign of the debtor, and with little else of value to remove apart from the coins, it looks as if the agents have hit a dead end. But then the case takes an astonishing turn.
Hello. Who's this?
Hey?
Who's this? Who's this fella? Hello, mate. This is not your brother.
Yeah.
Hiding under the bed?
Hiding under the bed, sir?
The bed?
Definitely.
I've seen it all now.
In an extraordinary twist, it seems that the debtor has been hiding in the house all along. Now Matt and Gary will have to work hard to get this bizarre case resolved. Matt Highway and Gary Ball were in Solihull, collecting a debt of nearly £10,000 owed by Bhupinder Singh to a car finance company.
Hello, sir, good morning. We're looking for Bhupinder Singh.
He's not here.
No?
The debtor's brother told the agents he couldn't contact him.
He does stay here, but he's not here at the moment, and I haven't got a number for him.
So Matt and Gary began a search of Bhupinder's room, but all they found was a bag of coins.
£175, Matt.
But then the case took an extraordinary turn.
Who's this fella? Hello, mate. This is not your brother. Hiding under the bed?
Hiding under the bed, sir?
The bed?
Now that the agents are face to face with the elusive debtor, they need to get this case resolved one way or another.
He's here apparently. Yeah, apparently he was sleeping on the floor.
So if you think that I believe
Yeah.
that you didn't know the gentleman was here,
Well,
all right, and he didn't know that we were here,
I wouldn't
then
know.
you're insulting my intelligence.
I didn't know.
He's hiding under a quilt, sir.
Yeah.
I don't go around.
Yeah, I know.
Looking under
I'm
quilts.
just saying that I'm just saying to you that
Okay.
we've been in and out here, and I've been sitting here talking.
I think you know
Oh,
exactly what's the matter, sir. You've been here all along, hiding under the duvet.
What's
You know
happening?
exactly what I
Basically,
mean,
they're
sir.
saying they're here from the court.
I think he knows what we're here, sir. He's been awake all along. Let's not insult our intelligence, sir.
Matt needs to make it clear what Bhupinder must do next.
There's an outstanding balance of £9,920 and 28 pence that you're at the County Court made you liable for on the 23rd of the 5th. I don't know, did you have finance out from somebody? Is it vehicle finance or...? Yeah, okay. So you've not paid it?
Mate, you don't need to go into my stuff. I'll sort your money out.
Yeah, no worries. If you want to get the payment sorted then...
With Mr. Singh promising to pay, the agents give him time to get the money together.
It's only because, I was counting the money, mate. My foot actually touched him.
Seen it all now.
How weird is that? You ever played enforcement hide and seek, mate? How strange.
Never feels been amazed in this job.
He's even got the money to pay, apparently.
We'd even got his wife on the phone.
He's in the house.
We see things on the normal run-of-mill that people will think are absolutely crazy. It's a very different job, enforcement, very different to any other job, and it throws up all sorts of surprises.
The agents have been at the house for almost 2 hours when a woman arrives with a bundle of cash.
You got that, mate?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 grand. How much have you got there, mate?
£4,920. There's the 80 back from the 10,000.
After trying to evade the agents, Mr. Singh's debt is paid off in full.
All right, that's all for you. And we're all done. Okay, thank you, sir, for your help. Okay, appreciate it.
Cheers, sir. Thank you.
All right, thanks very much. All done, mate. Results. It's amazing the lengths people go to, when it's to try and evade enforcement.
52.
52 years of age, and he's hiding under his bed. I mean, you know, I stopped doing that when I was 6.
When he can get the money that he owes?
Within
an hour?
Within an hour.
Are you enforced?
Enforced, mate. Good job.
And Can't Pay continues new next Thursday at 9. Now, it just wouldn't be Friday night without this one, would it? Jane McDonald, My Life Story, is brand new tomorrow night at 9. New next, exposing the online dating scammers who prey on the emotionally vulnerable. Paul Connolly is nailing the fraudsters after the break.
Threats.
Oi, get out!
Anger.
Call the policeman. Call the policeman! Listen.
Desperation.
I've lost everything. I've no house, I've no nothing.
What happens when debt
We need immediate police assistance.
tracks you down?
Oh! It's obstruction of an enforcement agent.
Up and down the UK.
Can you come to the door, please?
We see Britain's most resilient High Court enforcement agents.
I want to search for any assets to remove.
Dealing with every debtor's worst nightmare.
Do you expect me to have 10,000 in my bag?
Because if you can't pay,
Dad, I need to find £2,000 within 5 minutes.
they'll take it away. High housing costs are a major area of concern for most families. With rents expected to rise faster than house prices in the next 5 years, recent research has revealed that 1 in 3 families in England couldn't pay their rent or mortgage for more than a month if they lost their job. High Court enforcement agents Gary Brown and trainee Connor Jackson are in Penge, south-east London, to collect a large debt of £47,000 from Mr. Austin Oke.
London traffic. It's just down here, apparently.
Mr. Oke failed to pay a former landlord any rent for 3 years. His landlord escalated the case to the High Court, and now Mr. Oke must pay today.
Just on the corner.
But just as Gary and Connor arrive at the address, they spot a car about to leave.
It's that one there, he's leaving. Is that him? That might be him. Have a word.
Gary quickly gets out to go and speak to the driver.
Shut the door, mate.
Hello, Austin? Austin Oakey?
Yes.
Hi there, my name's Gary Brown, I'm a High Court enforcement agent.
This is not Austin.
That's what I just said, are you Austin Oakey? You said
No,
yes.
You're asking me a question.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Austin Oakey?
No.
Okay, what's your name, sir?
My name is Mr. Olufikayoke.
Right, okay.
After answering to the debtor's name, Austin Oke, the man seems to have changed his story. Thorough background checks carried out prior to enforcement have confirmed Mr. Oke is resident at this address. Gary investigates further.
Okay, can I speak to Austin Oakey, please?
I don't know if he's around here.
Okay, who is he to you? Is he a family member or...?
Is he a family member?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a known person.
He's a known person?
Yes.
How is he known to you?
He's a known individual.
Okay, have you got some ID, please, sir?
I don't have my ID here.
You need to show me who you are.
My name is Olufikayoke, I just told you.
But Gary is now suspicious. He could be the debtor they're looking for.
Just cooperate with us.
But the man seems eager to leave.
Put a clamp on the car.
Yeah, put a clamp on it, mate.
Connor acts quickly.
Can I see some ID, please?
I do not have any ID.
I don't always believe everything everybody tells me. In fact, it's quite rare that I believe things on face value. I will insist on evidence, and I will keep the pressure on until I get it.
I think it's him. I think it is the man we're looking for. Because he's very cagey about showing us any ID or anything like that. I mean, he had a wallet in the car, but he doesn't have any ID on him, so I think it's him.
Gary and Connor have been outside the house for nearly 10 minutes, when suddenly the man makes an unexpected move.
You need to deal with this, sir.
With the man gone, and with no evidence he isn't Mr. Oke, they decide to look into seizing the clamped car.
Get a HPI check.
But first, they have to check whether it's free of finance.
Hello, mate. There is a Nissan Note parked on the driveway. Delta November 59. All right, okay. Cheers, mate. Car's on finance.
The car can't be seized, and with no debtor to negotiate with, Gary and Connor are forced to walk away empty-handed for now.
It's a bit annoying. One little bit of leverage that we had, and now we can't use it, so it puts us in a weaker position. Also, he's not here, so then we got nothing. It's almost as if we turn up, he's not in.
But with a £47,000 debt to collect, they won't give up easily. It's 6 a.m. Gary and Connor are on their way back to the address they've been given for debtor Mr. Oke.
It would surprise me if he doesn't even answer the door.
With an early morning visit, they hope to catch the man they fully suspect to be Mr. Oke at home.
Gotta try, man.
Gary and Connor need to get inside the house to establish the man's identity and to resolve this case once and for all.
Well, the top floor lights are on, mate.
Can you come to the door, please?
They're clearly in.
Someone at the window. Come to the door, please.
Can you come and speak to us, please? All I want to do is speak to you.
I'm not seeing you. I'm leaving my door. Camera, let me record these people. Can you give me a camera? Let me record them.
This isn't going to go away just because you decide not to open the door.
If you come here and bang my door again, if you are getting in trouble. Stop banging on my door. I do not know you. I don't know where you come from.
Well,
you may be a killer.
If you come and speak to me, I'll tell you where I'm coming from.
End of story.
With the man refusing to talk, will Gary and Connor ever get this £47,000 debt resolved? Gary and Connor were in Penge, southeast London, to collect a large debt of £47,000 for unpaid rent from Mr. Austin Oke.
Can you come to the door, please?
But the man they met denied he was the debtor and refused to answer the door.
Stop banging on my door. I do not know you. I don't know where you come from.
Well,
you may be a killer.
This isn't going to go away just because you decide not to open the door.
Now Gary and Connor need to find a way to reason with the man.
Did he say we might be a killer or something?
Apparently so, yeah.
This time the man's wife comes to speak with Gary.
Not who you are looking.
He is. You know he is. I know he is. He knows he is.
She too denies that her husband is the debtor, Mr. Oke.
This isn't going to go away
just because he refuses to talk to me.
A lot of times people will speak to us through windows, speak to us on the end of a phone. They won't open the door because they think we're just going to barge in and remove goods. They don't realise that we're actually there to help in some cases, and they perhaps don't want to take that risk.
It's looking unlikely that they will get into the house. But then the man's wife opens the door.
Want to talk to him?
I want to talk to him. That's
Yes,
all I
he
want
will
to
come
do.
Gary now has access to the porch. But the man is still barring the way into the house.
You want to barge into my...
No, I don't want to barge anywhere. You want to open the door?
Yeah, if you come in either way, I'm not going to see you. Are you going to hold me to see you?
Hold on. Stay away. Let me just talk to him. Is that okay?
But as soon as the woman opens the door, her husband tries to force it closed again.
Sir, you're obstructing me from doing my job. I'm doing this to maintain a line of communication between me and you. If you close the door, that communication is gone.
Hey, open the door. Yeah, I'm listening to you.
Okay. This debt is £47,000.
Yes.
I don't expect you to raise all of that. But we need to come to a resolution today of getting this sorted out.
If you want to come in, go right in and come in.
So the debt is £47,354 and 5 pence. If you can pay £20,000 today, then I will get the client to agree a monthly payment for the remaining £27,000.
I don't have £20,000 to pay.
Then, do you want to make some phone calls and see if somebody can help?
No, I don't have.
Because if you don't make any efforts, we will remove goods from the property.
If you want to remove good, go ahead and remove good. I do not have £20,000 to pay. I don't have such money. I can pay you 1,000 at a later time this week, during this week, but I do not have 20,000. I don't even have 1,000 now.
It's now clear that the man is taking responsibility for the debt, confirming Gary's suspicion that he is Mr. Oke, the man named on the writ.
Okay, I'm going to have a look around the property, okay, and see what goods are here.
As Mr. Oke says he can't settle the debt, the writ commands Gary to look around the house for any goods of value that could be seized.
There's a safe in here.
What is it?
There's nothing in there.
Oh.
There doesn't appear to be anything worth removing, so Gary heads upstairs to discuss the case further with Mr. Oke.
Boston, why did this debt come about? What do you owe the money?
She was sick for more than a year. She was hospitalized, and I was not working.
How much was your rent?
1,000.
1,000. They've taken you to court for over £40,000. That's 3.5 years rent.
No.
But you work.
She just go back to work.
No, you work.
I don't work.
So where were you going yesterday in a suit then?
I was going to my school. I'm a student. I work. I school.
Despite Mr. Oke's claims that family circumstances have led to his massive debt, Gary is duty-bound to reclaim at least some of the money today.
You need to raise some money. Austin, this debt is huge. Can you get £5,000 today?
No, I don't. What I know I can do is, if I start off with a payment by Friday.
How much though? How much?
I will try to improve more than 1,000.
How much would you pay the month after?
Can we say 1,000? It's a lot because
it's going to take 4 years. Paying £1,000 a month is going to take 4 years to pay this debt.
We can do more than that, but we can only promise one we know we are going to be able to keep at.
Gary calls the office to see whether a down payment of £1,000 in a few days' time, together with a payment plan, is acceptable to the claimant.
He's saying he can't pay anything. All he can manage to pay is £1,000 a month.
No down payment, anything at all?
He can't pay anything today, he's saying. There's no goods here worth removing. I'll give him till Friday to pay £1,000, and then it'll be £1,000 a month.
Okay.
But if you can pass it on to the clients, we've been here for nearly 2 hours and it's not getting any better than that. Thanks, John. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, guys.
Bye.
The offer has been accepted.
I feel sorry for the client because I wish there was more I could do, I really do. But unfortunately, if a debtor owes a large amount of money and they have no goods, there's nowhere else to go with it, really.
The case is resolved for now. But if Mr. Oke doesn't stick to his payment plan, Gary and Connor will be back.
Thank you for your compliance, eventually. Hopefully we won't need to meet again.
Yeah.
Have a nice day. Take care.
Onwards to the next one.
Yep.
Hopefully he sticks to the payments.
Nearly 80,000 county court judgments were issued against businesses in England and Wales in 2016. Their average value is on the rise, and last year exceeded £3,500. Knightsbridge, West London.
This is what you get when you're around Harrods.
Yeah.
We don't want to get out of there in a hurry, are we?
High Court enforcement agents Del Anglin and Max Caraher are on their way to collect a debt from a beauty company, Amber Therapy Suites Limited, on behalf of a disgruntled ex-employee.
We're looking to collect a total of £10,314.78.
The business is run from a shared commercial unit. So Del and Max go inside to look for the owner of the debtor company.
Hello, sir. I'm here for Amber Therapy Suite Limited. Doesn't look like you at all.
I'll give you a massage if that's what you want.
I'm alright, thanks. Do you know Amber Therapy?
I've heard of Amber Beauty, but not Amber Therapy Suite Limited.
Are they here?
Where do they operate out of?
In a treatment room at the back.
The owners of the gym are not connected to the debtor company. But it seems a business of a similar name to the debtors rents a room at the address. Max needs to investigate further.
Who's the person who works in here, sir?
Renata.
Oh, okay.
The owner, Renata, is not on the premises, so Del asked to speak to a member of staff.
This is Marta, who's...
Hi, Marta.
Hi, Marta.
Can we speak to you in your office?
Yeah, sure.
Please.
But then suddenly, Del receives a phone call from an unknown number.
Hello? Who are you? Who am I speaking to?
Sorry.
Well, I'm sorry. If you're not prepared to tell me who you are, I'm just going to hang up, okay?
Yeah.
Just a moment, Renata. Just bear with me a moment. Now, I've got a High Court writ of control to collect an amount of £10,314.78.
Okay, and what do you do with me?
We understand that you are the owner of the company called...
I'm not the owner. I don't have any company at all.
No.
There is some kind of misunderstanding.
Then why have you phoned me then, if that's the case? Because I've been informed that you are the owner.
I'm only the manager.
Do you know... You do... Hello? Hello?
While Del continues to question Renata, Max hunts for clues as to who is really running the salon and finds some paperwork.
Whoa, hold on. Let me just read.
Amber Therapy Suite.
Oh. Bingo. This is checkmate for them.
It's a sales document in the name of the debtor company, Amber Therapy Suites Limited.
All right? Because we're like a dog with a bone, aren't we, Max? You know why she's panicking?
Why?
Because she's been called.
Just because we get to a property and there's a different company operating there doesn't mean that we're just going to walk away. One clue can change a case. If you find something linking all of the assets in a business to a defaulter company, that can be a game changer. We're good to enforce and we know exactly what assets there are.
The agents have the evidence they need to continue enforcing the writ here today. Renata is now on her way to the salon. While they wait for her to arrive, the agents start an inventory of goods they could seize if the debt isn't paid.
There is a machine here which appears to be some vacuum thingamajiggy.
What on earth do these women do to themselves? That's a hot wax thing. I don't really know if that's something I want to see.
Why not? We'll seize everything. As far as I'm concerned, it all goes. Let someone else come and value it. We're not experts, and
Definitely not.
As the agents are unsure of the value of the assets, they will have to seize most of the equipment to be sure of covering the £10,000 debt. But then a man appears.
No.
This company coming down.
Right, sir. Calm down, sir.
He immediately attempts to shut the agents in the treatment room.
No.
So you're blocking the door. So listen,
you're coming for the wrong company. It's my wife.
Sir, you've come in. Your temper's up here, sir. You're standing in front of the door, blocking it.
For which company you coming? Show the documents. I say.
Sir, due to the Data Protection Act, we can't speak to you about this matter.
Okay. I'm Razanta's husband. She coming.
can you excuse me a moment, sir?
Can you move out of the way? Sir, move and let my colleague. Thank you.
Renata's husband, Stas, decides to let Del go, leaving Max on his own.
No, don't close the door.
To remain open, I'm sorry.
Right, if you do that, mate, it's obstruction and you'll be arrested.
Go outside.
Sorry?
Go outside and wait.
Go outside? I'm not going to be going outside.
I'm going as well. Maybe somebody took their stuff in your pocket.
Sir, you can go outside and
I'm
chill
going
out. Yeah,
outside.
you do
I'm
that.
waiting.
Don't touch my colleague.
I'm waiting.
Okay?
I need to stop here and
Right. When family friends turn up thinking that they're a knight in shining armour, this can really hinder the enforcement process because they've already got this idea in their head that they're not going to pay, and they put up a barricade to try and stop us. I think a lot of people don't remember that we're commanded by the High Court. They need to pay this, otherwise we need to physically remove assets.
Minutes later, Renata finally arrives.
Hello.
Hello.
Well, my name is Renata. If you need to see my ID.
No, that's fine.
Okay. Well, basically, I would like to find out what's happening.
Okay.
Because this is Amber Beauty Limited.
Okay.
And how did you link it to Amber Therapy Suite? I don't know.
Well, this was in the top drawer.
Okay. We got it off our accountant. We've got the same accountant as with Amber Therapy Suite.
Just an awful coincidence.
If it's your accountant, right, why would you have an accountant for a business you don't own?
What do you mean? For
Well,
business I don't
why
know?
have you got an accountant?
I've got an accountant for my own business.
What, so we are now establishing that you're no longer a manager, you own this business.
Under pressure, Renata has let her guard down and admitted she's more than just a manager. But she's still claiming that her company isn't the one on the writ. Max investigates further.
What I would like to see is verifiable receipts for assets.
Okay,
in this
that's
room.
going to be sent to you. It's not a problem. I can get them
What
tomorrow.
What's going to happen now, madam, if you can't produce that, we will have to now remove these goods for sale at public auction.
When you're dealing with debtors that, for want of a better word, are telling you lies, you need to break down each lie as it comes, show them, and display the fact that they're lying. They realise the game's up.
With Renata unable to prove her claims, the agents now have to get this case resolved one way or another. Max starts removing equipment from the treatment room.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. If you
But with her business now at serious risk, Renata finally starts to negotiate.
Okay,
and take it to
before
the
you take
court.
the goods, can any chance I could give you like a small amount today?
How much?
We can, let's say 500.
No.
Before, well, I don't. Do you expect me to have 10,000 in my bag?
No, but you might have it in your bank.
I can give you today 500 until we sort everything out.
No. How about 5,000? Can you give me
Of
5,000?
course I cannot give you 5,000. Okay, can we try 2,000 somehow? I mean, can we try 2,000? But please, obviously, that 2,000 is maximum. That's it.
2,000.
If you can get me £4,000, we can work something out.
3,000. It's possible to
I'm
get.
not allowed. I mean, I don't offer that.
I have the call the friends, maybe some do for the 3,000.
You do me 3.5, we'll wrap this up, you'll go home, I'll go home, go to court,
Do
sort
for
it out.
3,000. Okay, I'm going for the call for the maybe something. That's fine.
Despite Renata's initial claim that she wasn't responsible for the debt, her husband successfully arranges the £3,500 the agents have asked for.
3,500, yeah?
The goods listed on the inventory will stay in place for now. But if Renata fails to pay the rest of the money within 14 days, the agents will be back to seize them.
Okay. We're done here. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much, sir.
What strikes me is after all the innocence pleading, they've parted with a significant amount of money. Why would you do that? That's a lot of money to pay.
Long day, time to go home.
Max and Dell's case is settled for now. But in Max and Paul's next case, they meet a debtor whose finances have spiralled out of control.
I made over $100 million, and I lost it all. Nightmare.
According to a recent survey, the number of people in the UK concerned about their personal finances has reached its highest level in the last 3 years. Worried over rising inflation coupled with low wages, 1 in 5 adults believe their financial situation will get worse over the next 6 months. High Court enforcement agents Paul Bohill and Max Caraher are in Wandsworth, south-west London, to collect a debt of £8,000 owed to a firm of financial advisors by a film producer.
And we're looking to collect £8,214.45.
But this isn't the first time Paul has come across the debtor, Stephen Brown.
I believe this gentleman is known to you.
Yeah, we have got a history with him. We evicted him from a flat before, and the rent arrears were over 30 grand.
So he works in television, doesn't he? He's a producer.
Yeah, he is. There are repeat offenders, and if we've already established a relationship with them, there's no reason not to continue that relationship. It makes it easier. They know what my parameters are, they know the rules, so they either can pay or they can't pay. Talk's a good talk, but doesn't come with any money.
The address on the writ is a penthouse apartment in a prime riverside development.
What are we looking for?
Penthouse, top floor.
Stephen, how are you, sir?
Hello, sir.
Come on upstairs. Thank you, sir. Nice to see you again.
I'll show you all the papers.
Stephen is keen to tell Paul how the debt came about.
It's a service and I cancelled it after 2 months. It's $5,000 a year. After I found out that their advice was terrible, I cancelled it. That's all it is.
Tax advisor.
Yeah. I didn't get anything for it. And I cancelled it after 2 months, Paul. Yeah. And they billed me for the whole year.
But it seems this £8,000 debt is only the tip of the iceberg.
I'm about £400,000 in debt.
What's gone wrong with your life?
Started out over there. Remember my wife? Divorce, whole nightmare. She's back in America. I've got the boys.
Do the boys live here?
Yes, they live with me. Single father. It just collapsed.
It's clear that following his divorce, Stephen's finances have gone into meltdown.
In 1993, on the Securities Exchange Commission, I took my company public. I made over $100 million.
What did you do?
21 years ago. I got married 19 years ago. I bought multi-million-dollar homes, basketball players in Pacific Palisades, California, homes in Hawaii, everything. And I lost it all because of marriage to a crazy woman. I'd get my sister to send me $100 a month from Canada to keep our food going until I either sell a show or I'm done. Nightmare.
What's the rent on this property a month?
£11,500
a month.
Yeah.
So I'm not being rude, but surely this is living outside of means if all these problems are arising.
It wasn't when I moved in a year ago. It was not.
Circumstances change. Some defendants have earned huge salaries in the past and then lost it, but they haven't changed their lifestyle accordingly. It can have such a devastating effect on the landlords, the suppliers, the small business owners who they owe money to. I suppose it gives me more motivation to collect for the claimant.
Despite Stephen's circumstances, the agents need to get this case resolved, one way or another.
I take it you're not working at the moment, then?
No, I'm not. I'm just writing television shows and trying to pitch them is what I'm doing. Trying to beat the clock. You know, in the entertainment business, I can, on one deal, pay all my bills off. I mean, I own the rights to the old Western, Gary Cooper and Grace Kelly, High Noon. And I have Bruce Willis committing to the movie. My friend Stephen D'Souza, who wrote all the Die Hard movies for Bruce, is writing the script as we speak. If he can get it finished in the next few weeks, which he thinks he can, I will then get $1.2 million, $1.3 million advance. I'll be buying you a beer. That's where I'm at.
But the agents can't wait for one of Stephen's deals to come through.
I want to search for any assets to remove.
With payments looking unlikely, the agents must look around the penthouse for any items of value they could seize.
I don't own a single thing in here, except my one work computer and my kid's one computer for school.
Okay.
That's it.
But Max is sceptical and begins a thorough search.
There's lots of designer goods, all of which will be seized. What's the new value of all this stuff? Huge amount of money.
There are thousands of pounds worth of luxury goods in the flat.
I know how much they're worth. They're new. Oh, probably worth the debt.
The designer bags alone could fetch up to £3,000 at public auction.
Sunglasses, bags, you name
That's
it.
my wife.
You'd have to prove that with receipts. They'll all be being seized.
Despite Stephen's claims, the agents suspect he originally bought the goods. If he can't find evidence to the contrary, they could be seized. But just when the agents think they may have struck gold, Stephen drops a bombshell.
I have 3 bankruptcy petitions totaling $250,000. I have documents here.
If we are about to enforce a writ of control and bankruptcy or liquidation are mentioned, if these two things are genuinely in progress, we would be wasting our time in trying to enforce the writ of control, because any monies that we were able to recover through these routes would be remitted directly to the official receiver or to the liquidator.
Paul calls Stephen's legal representative to verify his story about the bankruptcy.
What I'm trying to establish with Mr. Brown is he actually bankrupt at this point, or is there an actual application to make him bankrupt in place? Do you know of that? He's not bankrupt. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you, bye.
It seems that Stephen hasn't been declared bankrupt after all. As the agents suspect that he purchased the expensive designer goods, they can remove them unless he can prove otherwise.
Thank you, Stephen. Thank you for your hospitality.
But with Stephen still liable for any remaining balance after the auction, the agents will be back.
Thanks very much. Take care, Mr. Brown. That handbag looks very good on you. Well, that was a different one, wasn't it? Absolutely amazing.
In 2016, over 80,000 people under the age of 25 contacted a leading UK charity to seek help with their debts. Last year, the average amount owed stood at nearly £6,000, a 20% increase in just 2 years. It's 6 a.m. Paul Bohill and Gary Brown are in Rochester, Kent.
What have you got this morning, Gary? Cold and miserable.
Got a Mr. Corey Nixon.
Corey owes over £2,000 to a garage for unpaid car repairs. The address is in a small village in the Kent Marshes.
This is Cliff.
Is it quite remote, is it?
It is, yeah. It's actually out on the marshes. You ever seen the film Great Expectations? It's all filmed up.
I don't think
Dickens. So. All the mist rolling over and all that. All right, cut around the corner.
Yes, that one up there, look.
As the agents arrive at the house, they spot several vehicles parked outside. If any of them belong to Corey, they could be seized if he can't or won't pay.
One of the kids has just told the mum someone's at the door, so I imagine someone will be down soon.
If we can get there early in the morning, there are two dynamics that work every time. First, you find them there. Second, they're more likely to open the door, and then you can address the situation immediately.
Hello there, can I speak to Corey Nixon, please?
He's not here, he's in the hospital.
Right, okay.
What's it about, sorry?
It's a legal matter that's ongoing. I need to speak to him so I can tell him what it's about. Can I speak to him, please? Can you give him a call?
No, I can't, because I'm not being funny. You haven't turned around and told me what it's for.
There's only so much information I can give
mum.
you because of data protection. He would need to authorise me.
I can get him to give you a call.
Okay.
I can do. If you want to give me a phone number, I can get it.
I need to speak to him now, though.
Pardon?
I need to speak to him now.
Well, yeah, I'll give him a call. Can I shut my door, please? Because I'm letting all my heating out.
I need to come in then.
No, you don't need to come in. Look, can you please get out and I will ring, because my phone is upstairs. You're letting the cold air in my house.
Then if you let me in, you can close the door.
The agents enter the house, but they're in for a surprise.
Right, Corey, apparently these men say you owe money.
Oh, so he's not in hospital then? Do you want to come downstairs and I'll explain what this is about?
The debtor, Corey, is at home after all.
You're going to have to come down or else they're going to arrest you.
We're not going to arrest him. We're not police officers.
He's 19 years old.
Right.
He doesn't owe no money to...
Corey, do you want to speak to me in here? I'll explain what this is all about.
They won't talk to me, even though I'm your mum.
I don't mind explaining to your mum, Corey, but I'd need your permission to discuss the case because of data protection. There's my ID. They've taken you to court by way of a CCJ, but then they've escalated the case to the High Court for enforcement purposes.
How can he go to court if they've
But
done
the
it
court sends out
online?
letters.
He's not had no letters though, this is the thing. The only letters he's had is his bank, Barclays.
Between the time it's taken to court and now, there's probably been about 4 or 5 letters.
They've taken you to court for some reason, so ultimately we need to collect £2,149.91.
What, today?
Yeah.
I don't even have.
I accept that he's... How old are you, Corey? 19? Okay. I accept that he's 19.
I cannot find £2,000.
Do you not think what this is about at all?
No. All my stuff is paid by my name.
It's something to do with that 04 plate car on the driveway because they've given that registration to us. So whether you've had some work done to the car, how would they know that car unless it's yours?
It's not mine. I can't drive.
Right, well, this is in your name. Because otherwise, how would they have that registration for the car?
He doesn't own a car.
But it's involved in the case somehow. So maybe some work has been done to the car and they have lent the money
Right.
to allow that work to be done, but it's in his name. Something tells me you know what this is about.
Yeah, I do. You remember when the clutch went on the car? The gearbox was rebuilt? Yeah, you do, because it was you that gave me the bank cards. And they were meant to take £300 per month out of your bank, and they never took a payment out of that bank.
Right,
That bank account.
It seems that without him knowing, Kerry used her son's bank card to get repairs done to the car. But the garage was unable to take payments from his account.
Now that you're satisfied that this is a legitimate case, I'm telling you I need the money. Otherwise I'm going to escalate the case to a higher stage of enforcement.
Is there no way you can give me until 9 o'clock?
No.
To try and get this money. I need to get my girls to school.
I'm here now, and it needs to be paid. So, by all means, Corey, this is your debt. I mean, I can't tell your mummy you need to pay it because it's not her debt. You're the one that's legally responsible.
I've got no way of doing it. I'm a single mum to 4 kids.
Kerry gets her father on the phone.
Dad, I need to find £2,000 within 5 minutes. Right, well, do you know what? Forget it, yeah? It's not my problem. It's somebody else's problem that I'm sorting out. Corey's.
The agent's visit is causing shockwaves in the family. With tempers fraying, will the agents ever get the £2,000 they came for? High Court enforcement agents Paul Bohill and Gary Brown were in Cliff, near Rochester in Kent, to recover a debt of over £2,000 owed to a garage by 19-year-old Corey Nixon.
One of the kids has just told the mum, I imagine someone will be down soon.
The debtor's mother, Kerry, at first lied to the agents.
He's not here, he's in hospital.
But then Corey appeared and claimed to know nothing about the debt.
It's something to do with that 04 plate car on the driveway.
It's not mine. I can't drive.
Kerry called her dad.
Dad, I need to find £2,000 within 5 minutes. It's not my problem. It's somebody else's problem that I'm sorting out. Corey's.
But he was unable to help.
Seriously, forget it.
Now, the agent's only option is to seize goods to offset the debt. Gary turns his attention to the car which led to the dispute.
Okay, I need to see proof of the vehicles. Start with the car that's on the driveway, the 04 plate.
Oh, actually, my logbook for the Peugeot sat in the Peugeot.
Thing is, these documents wouldn't be enough because, as it says there, this document is not proof of ownership. Yeah, that's the name of the registered keeper.
Proof of ownership.
This document is not proof of ownership.
How more do you want me to show it?
I'd need the bills of sale or the sales invoices when they were bought.
While Kerry looks for the bills of sale, Gary goes outside to inspect the car.
No, blacked out Peugeot sign. Oh, look at that. Is this a car that a middle-aged woman drives? I don't think so. The client has supplied details of this car. She's trying to say that it's hers. He's saying he doesn't drive. Looking at a car like this, it certainly looks like a young lad's driving it.
With no proof that the car doesn't belong to Corey, Gary hopes the threat of seizing it will prompt an offer of payment.
Based on the information the client has given us, this is to do with that car, so that's going to be the first thing that goes.
But how... this is the thing, you're taking something from me that is needed for my everyday life.
You should have thought about that. What it comes down to, if the money isn't paid, then we'll remove goods.
With no payment in sight, the agents need to set a deadline and make the family aware that removing goods incurs extra fees.
At 7 o'clock, the debt is going to go up to £2,800.
How much?
2,800 and 31 pence. It's 5 to 7.
Is there no way that I can try and sort something out with you?
How much can you get now? Because
I can ask my friend if he can help me out with £1,000, and then I can make some sort of agreement with you.
okay, if you get £1,000, then I'll set up an arrangement. But the arrangement will be against the car.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
And goods in the house.
Gary has offered the family a lifeline. £1,000 now and the balance paid off within 1 day. Kerry phones a friend for help.
Josh, I'm so sorry to ring you. Do you help me out with £1,000 and I will sort that out with you today? I'll get it sorted today for you. It stops them from taking my car and everything. Are you sure?
Kerry's friend comes to the rescue.
I think they need it now, babe.
He makes a part payment of £1,000. But Corey is still responsible for the remaining debt. And Gary lists the car as collateral if the outstanding balance is not paid within 24 hours.
Right, so this is a control goods agreement, which means I have control of the car. It does mean that we have the authority to force entry into the property if nobody answers, but hopefully it's not going to come to that, okay?
The agents have got the best result they can for now. But if the balance of £1,150 isn't paid within the deadline, they will be back for the car.
Standard visit. You expect the lies, you expect the deceit. We got a result, and the other half of the result will be on its way later on today. It's an unfortunate situation for people concerned, but pay your bills.
Struggling to survive after changes to the system, we meet the families living hand to mouth tomorrow night at 8 in Brand New on Benefits. Next tonight, VIPs who are no strangers to the Big Brother house are about to cause mayhem. Just what we like.